American boots are now officially on Nigerian soil, and this is not a drill. The United States government has just confirmed what many have been whispering about for weeks. A military team has been deployed to Nigeria to combat the growing threat of ISIS in the region, and this marks a significant shift in how America is approaching the security crisis that has been plaguing West Africa for years now. Let me break down exactly what is happening, because this is huge news that affects not just Nigeria but the entire West African region. The confirmation came directly from US officials who stated that American forces are currently operating on the ground in Nigeria. This is the first time they are openly admitting to having troops stationed here since those airstrikes they carried out against ISIS positions back in December. Those strikes were loud, they were powerful, and they sent a clear message that America was watching what was happening in this part of the world. But having troops on the ground is a completely different ballgame altogether. The mission is clear and straightforward. These American soldiers are here to fight ISIS, an organization that has been causing absolute chaos across several African nations. In Nigeria specifically, the terror group has been responsible for countless attacks, kidnappings, and has displaced thousands upon thousands of families from their homes. The northeastern part of the country has borne the brunt of this violence, with communities living in constant fear of the next attack. The Nigerian military has been fighting bravely against these insurgents for years, but the enemy is ruthless, well-funded, and constantly adapting their tactics. What makes this deployment particularly interesting is the timing and the context. America has been involved in counter-terrorism efforts across Africa for quite some time now, but they have typically preferred to work from a distance, providing intelligence, training, and equipment, rather than putting their own soldiers directly in harm's way. The fact that they are now willing to have personnel on the ground suggests that the threat level has escalated to a point where more direct intervention is deemed necessary. This could also indicate that the intelligence they are receiving points to ISIS planning something major, something that could have ripple effects far beyond Nigeria's borders. The December airstrikes were a preview of what America was capable of bringing to this fight. Those strikes targeted specific ISIS hideouts and infrastructure, and while they were effective in disrupting operations temporarily, everyone knew that airstrikes alone would not solve the problem. Terrorism is like a stubborn weed. You can cut it down from above, but unless you deal with the roots, it just grows back stronger. Having troops on the ground allows for better intelligence gathering, more precise operations, and the ability to train Nigerian forces in advanced combat techniques that can make a real difference in this war. Now, if you are finding this information valuable and you want to stay updated on breaking news like this that affects our country and our region, make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications, because we bring you the facts as they happen, without any sugarcoating. Your support keeps this channel going strong. The Nigerian government has not released an official statement yet about how they feel about this development, but sources close to the presidency suggest that this deployment was coordinated and agreed upon at the highest levels. Nigeria has always maintained that it welcomes international support in the fight against terrorism, but there is also sensitivity around the issue of foreign troops operating within our borders. It is a delicate balance between accepting help and maintaining national sovereignty. What does this mean for ordinary Nigerians? For the communities in the Northeast who have suffered the most, this could bring some hope that the tide might finally turn against the insurgents. American military resources, technology, and expertise are among the best in the world, and their involvement could provide the breakthrough that has been elusive for so long. However, there are also concerns about whether this escalation might provoke even more violent responses from the terror groups or draw Nigeria deeper into international conflicts that have nothing to do with us. The bigger picture here is that ISIS in Africa is not just a Nigerian problem anymore. The group has spread its tentacles across the Sahel region, establishing strongholds in Mali, Burkina Faso, Niger, and Chad. What happens in Nigeria has implications for the entire region, and that is why the international community is paying such close attention. If ISIS can be pushed back here, it weakens their position everywhere else. If they succeed in consolidating power, it emboldens them to expand even further. This is a story that will continue to develop in the coming days and weeks. We will be watching closely to see how this deployment unfolds, what operations are conducted, and most importantly, what results are achieved. The fight against terrorism requires patience, strategy, and unwavering commitment, and now Nigeria has a powerful new ally standing shoulder to shoulder in that fight.